We pledge love and loyalty to we country salute. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. At this we land we love. We not for make and fall. We let we salute. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they buy. We they are, we just a try. This year don't come up and dry eye. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they buy. We they are, we just a try. But this year don't come up and dry eye. We pledge we love and loyalty to we country salute. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. But this we land we love. We not for make and fall. We let we salute. But this we land we love. We not for make and fall. We salute.
For the wreck the country, it's a witch. For the wreck the country. I guess I carpets, no man keraka. Come on, Konica, come on, Keraka. Jamucham, Mama Monica. Kai bomb, Yaman Konica. For the wreck the country, it's a witch. For the wreck the country, it's a witch. And they go and they beg. Come and shake. The people that they gen. Then I go shem. They make me go to chicken and the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. Forgive them by scripture. They make me go to chicken and the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. Forgive them by scripture.
We pledge love and loyalty to we country salute. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. But this we land we love. We not for make and fall. We let we salute.
We salute. I say no place like home. I like it talk and talk them, I like it talk and fight them.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good day, whenever on a day. First and foremost, I might not be able to share the correct flyer for today's program because I was caught in between 2 or 3 other tasks. Unfortunately for me, I don't begin share now and realize the old flyer been the share. So I want to apologize for that. Today, actually, I want to ask a question. Over 64 years, why is it that the two key political movements, because I know we call them party, they are still to become parties. They are not consolidated enough to be considered as political parties. They are movements where everybody gets your own motive, everybody gets your own wish, and there is no consolidated effort for make them look and work together. That one, it goes without saying because we all know that. I want to ask this question, and the question will answer himself. Why is it that then two political parties here, for all the time where they don't rule Sierra Leone, they're not able to take the country forward? Well, of course, people will say, oh no, they have done something, because in normal with the Sierra Leonean for look at short-term solutions, in normal with the Sierra Leonean for look at few things being done and call them great change. The main focus that we are not looking at in Sierra Leone, where now the very reason we make we all the run comot Sierra Leone for can't sit down other people country, is that we're not able to build a sustainable economic framework where at all times, whether good or bad, people then go able to get a basic life. In America, in the United Kingdom, in Europe, in maybe some Asian countries, because Sierra Leoneans they don't begin to move go in Asian countries, in the Middle East. It is not all rosy, but at least people then get that assurance of the basic minimum. This is what is absent in Sierra Leone. A place with so much resources and so much potentials, but the majority of the people can't afford the basic minimum. What's at the basic minimum? Where trade unionists then they call the bread and butter. A person for able pay rent. A person for able eat minimum 1 meal a day without strain. That 3 meals a day, I don't go with that idea. That's a foolish idea. 3 meals a day is a luxury where I not go advise any human being for embark on, because too much food they destroy we health. 1 meal a day, a proper meal with enough fluid, let's say clean water, it do for take you through your life. So let us assume we are talking about 1 meal a day, a proper meal. We get all the ingredients, it no matter whether an cassava leaf or potato leaf or whatever. But let it have all the ingredients, we will keep the person healthy. Clean water, we will keep the person healthy. A decent place for sleep, we will keep the person healthy. Access to basic amenities like electricity. If the person want for communicate, like get access to telephone. If the person want for move around, like get access to affordable transport. We're not going to put them through plenty hassle. You know, means everybody forget motoka, but let there be affordable transport for everybody. Then let the person at least able pay for and use basic things like toiletries, cosmetics, etc. It's not about paying people salary to be in an alcohol bar all the time, which is a common habit in Sierra Leone. It's about providing a wage who go take care of all them basic things. Yeah. Then if the person get for go work, if you get family who for go work, if you get picking them for go school, then forget at least enough money for pay and transport for throughout the month. Now this is the reason we make we run left for country. Honestly, when you look the basic standard of living in Europe, you compare to Sierra Leone. The difference is here, except otherwise, except if you don't want to work, except if you feel, say, okay, laziness is what should profit me. But otherwise, if you're able to afford them basics there. And if you are working enough, you can afford them basics there, plus a little bit more, where you go able to save. If you get people them outside for help, you go afford a little bit more, where you go to send something for them once in a while, not all the time. Nobody, except few people, but nobody, not then at them party where they live black condition, where they work no more pick money in a treat, or you get to side they go okay, go thief money. They do this and that in this part of the world. But at least you are sure of your minimum. Why is it that 64 years plus we cannot have that kind of economic situation as Sierra Leone? Why? When you look at the population, we get a very small population. The population of Sierra Leone is less than 1/4 the population of Lagos City in Nigeria. We get so much land area. We get so much good ecosystem. We get so much natural resources. What I say natural resources, that is minerals plus other resources. Why is it we cannot move forward? What is there for these two political parties, the Sierra Leone People's Party, we take we to independence, and the All People's Congress Party, we form as a breakaway from the Sierra Leone People's Party? Therefore, show me the citizens of Sierra Leone. What is it they have to show us? Who's excused and get forgiven for not developing this country after 64 years? That's not a question we Sierra Leoneans need for the ask at this material moment. Rather than we sit down on social media, they cause and effect, they blame each other. Let us ask. Let us ask this question. We cannot continue to be pointing fingers, blaming and cursing, then we expect change to happen. Yes. People know they cause and effect for. They have all governed Sierra Leone in the 64 years. They have not made any difference to the economy. Myopic way of saying, where this been there, now this happen. Where that they come, now this happen. It's not what Sierra Leoneans should be looking at. For a country with a potential for get over 50 mini hydroelectric dams, if we take care of our environment, mini hydroelectric dams, Sierra Leone can have over 50. It's a proven fact. It's a proven fact because they don't do the research 2 or 3 times. There has been funds allocated between 2000 and now. They don't do several research. The documents then they we point say we can get over 50 mini hydroelectric dams. The same research proves say we can generate above 2,500 megawatts per hour of electricity. When you look at the laws allow private investments in the area of generation of electricity. The laws allow private investment in the area of grid networking. But the law, yeah, that is normal. Say, if you get an institution, we go to buy all the electricity, supply them, then they go to pay the private people that would generate electricity. But why is it that we not get private investors in the electricity sector? Why? Rather than they allow private people for going to the electricity sector, then they allow private people for going to sectors where the state forget control over. Communication. The state forgets some control over because communication is very important for the security of the state. The national telecommunication system should have been the owner of all the infrastructure they rent out to private people who they supply mobile within them to consumers. Instead, we turn the table round. We give all that to private people, electricity, where they make politics with them. All man they come, he talking you. All man they come, he doing you. So the question is, why is it that these two political parties, APC, SLPP, they're not able to come out with a proper roadmap to create a sustainable political economy? It's not about you coming to build roads. But we don't build roads, that's Sierra Leone. Some of we, the tell small, we are able to the Williams, they build roads. Here we come to the point where they close the railway, we see one man Abu come, then build Boku roads. You see Philip Holzman, then build road from Bo to the border with Liberia, then build the bridge now like we cross go to Liberia and the Mano River. We see other companies then. There was a first class road, but all them things they don't deteriorate. That's why you say we not get a sustainable plan. There has never been a sustainable plan to keep Sierra Leone's political economy running since we got independence. Now the question is why? And if we get to answer that question, rather than we sit down, they individualize or personalize and they point finger at people then. Now we ask, what in the social factor? Because society, a group of people coming together and then they form society. That group, they all forget one word. They all for they say, okay, Lord do this for we all benefit. Lord not do this because he not go benefit you. But if society take what not a benefit them, he put them before. You are for benefit them. He say, Lord not do them. Then what do we expect? What did they say? Simply put, the two political parties, when they don't carry most of the so-called educated, quote and unquote, because all the people out there in them parties, then sabi read and sabi write. Most of them are university graduates, so they ought to know their left from their right. If then two political movements here not able to sit down for say, let us do this for the sake of our country, we therefore know why. And the answers are there, but we not pay attention to them. Instead, we they allow the things that when they make the parties they're not do what for do, let them consolidate themselves in the society, let them be a culture. This is what I always say. We need for go back in history. We need for find the root of what in take way apart. We need for understand the other side of the story, say, even though they behave like say una strangers to we we all have the same blood. We all get the same DNA. We all get the same background. Maybe today they talk different languages, but we all get the same DNA and the same background. If we get people them, we get different DNA. They're not plenty, then they're in the minority. The majority of Sierra Leoneans are of the same DNA, Fulani Malinke DNA. The majority of Sierra Leoneans, then people then come up from the same place, then can sit down, now the forested region, then build different languages them. When are then languages here today, we take make culture. Before the 18th century, that language they call Mende not be ever exist in West Africa. How did they exist? They are the last to come in. The first set of people will come us in Gambia, we come down south through the north. They were all Malinke speaking people. Then come mix with other groups, they would meet the Baga, the Jalonka. Jalonka self na Malinke speaking people. The one that we come on at the north, now then at the Sarahule. That's how they call them. The Silas, the Fofanas, etc. They are Sarahule. Then come south. Then come mix with other Malinke people. A new language developed. Just like how today we they see the way when they begin and they talk is different from what you been they talk first. Languages grow. Languages are living organisms. Languages change over time. The English way they talk. Now a language we take plenty other languages them and grow. That's why, because the British have been all over the world, they go and dominate the world, the English get the largest vocabulary. And get Arabic, then get Polynesian, then get Inca Indian, then get all the areas them where English people been go, then words them. Pie, pawpaw, is from Polynesia. We use it in the English language. Cacao is from South America. We use it in the English language. Assassin is from Arab. Assassin. Somebody that uses the drug ash, whether they employ for go kill. That's how languages go. And these languages we have in Sierra Leone, where they take kill self out of stupidity. They develop that way. Temne, Mende, trade languages we develop from mixture of other languages. Temne basically developed when Jalunka, Bolom, and Baga they mix together. That's what we call Timini. That's why today the Baga and the Timini, then they talk Ifiba like Loko and Mende. The Suso and the Timni, then they talk, they understand themselves. The Bolom, then they talk with the Timni, then get what's them plenty we're not the same. When the Timni man say Seko, the Bolom say Sakao. When the Timni man say Olamba, the Bolom say Lambai. The same with Mende. When you look at Mende, it's a mixture of Malinke, Bandi, and Vai and Galimes. Then language here now grow and grow because wherever people learn it together, then they trade, there is always a new language where they emerge. Which country were they? Then we get different dialects of the same language. Somebody come out, he walk all over the country, take words from each of the dialects, and form a language within they use today. As now we get two languages, three languages as a matter of fact. You can get two dialects of Norwegian. You get how we get Danish influence. Way more wider, more international, within they call bookmore. Then you get the way this man develop by taking words from the various dialects. Just like if you take words from Mende, Timni, Loko, Limba, where they all come together, you form a new language. They call them New Noshk. Languages grow, they change. And at times, the language not really no more they change, the culture, they grow and change. So, with today, we sit down stupidly. They take with association with then different languages there. For me, say we different. I was shown one thing. You did not learn anything from going to school. Go and learn again. Begin again. Please. Because Sierra Leone no get two cultures. Sierra Leone now one culture day. Say not the same culture it is. All over the man or River Union are the same culture it is. The food then are the same. We dress then are the same. The way they build houses are the same. The music, you get variances of the same beat. Marriage ceremonies, pulnado, and then they are the same. Bearing may be influenced by foreign inputs of Islam and Christianity, but not the same way people learn the bell than that. Are the same way they mourn for the dead. Can born picking and the same way they celebrate the birth. So una tell me what's different as Sierra Leone. We're two set of people. They claim say they educate. They're not able to take this country forward. Then people and they, where they die for them because of voting. That money now they get from them politicians. So I assure those of you causing trouble because you are in the pay of these politicians. Some of us who are old enough have seen it before. And I want to show you, say most of you get for end up poor. If you no end up poor, una they die, una generation or they inherit nothing from una. We have seen it before. Albert Maga in Tem. We know all the hand they make chief dog. Shaka Stephen come. We know all the hand they make chief dog. Momo come. We know the thief dogs there. So on and so forth. They instigate young people them. They make their heart warm. Then go to bush, then cause war. Where did they take us? Did the war solve our problem? No. It make it worse. The war make it worse. We not begin no business for fighting war. Guinea next door being worse past Sierra Leone under Ahmed Shekuture. Ghana, up to the time of Jerry Rawlings, being worse past Sierra Leone. Jerry Rawlings took power in Ote, now we start with stupid war. Look at where it has got us. Broken nation psychologically. Today when the Sierra Leonean they talk, I don't care whether I did diaspora, I did in our country, go to the area, na Christmas then they talk. People that will not even know what they want out of life. All they know is preach hate. You're not the enemy. Before do then, do not cool down. There's nobody who is your enemy except yourself. The Sierra Leonean is his own enemy. The solutions to Sierra Leone are there for us. But we have to cool down. We have to put aside hate preaching. We have to put aside seeing each other as the enemy. Because seeing each other as the enemy, now make we not care about the welfare of each other.
WA Business Audio.
Seeing each other as the enemy, now make we they go buy chemicals can kill we picking them. Let me call you back. We have to cool down Sierra Leone if we want to see a country moving forward. And for some of you who are every day on national air preaching hate, una go find out about your background. Then you realize sometimes the Maori they preach hate but na cousin. Like Mambu, Charles Mambu. Your cousins found the town today called Kamakwe, the Mambo. Go and find out if you not believe what they tell you. Mambo and Mambu are the same people. Just like we say Nongowa, Kenema, you canna Bombali, you meet Bendembu Nongowa, the same people. The greed and selfishness done us alone. We are the same people all over. But because some of you have become so colonized, because colonialism of mentality is one of the problems. We are so colonized that we think, oh, now that I've gone to university, I have a degree, I have a right to good life. Yes, you have a right to good life if you work for it. If you don't work for it, you suffer. You suffer. It's not simple. That's how it is all the world. See, not other than they give on a golden platter because you don't go learn what Plato and Aristotle and Napoleon Bonaparte will not get for benefit you. You don't even know but yourself. Nothing about your culture, nothing about your scientific base was taught to you throughout the time way they go school. But if it's, I don't better, I don't get degrees, so now I forget work. More than put you in any office, I forgo sit down and misuse the resources in the office. When una no get access to them, una begin preach hate. God are the enemy. Nobody is your enemy except yourself. Una know that. We are our own enemies in Sierra Leone. And we can change that by changing what is in our heads. And that has to start from the top. Because people up there then feel so, because we don't use some crooked method, we don't copy, we own this place. We can do as we like. You got it wrong. You don't own Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone belongs to everybody born in Sierra Leone. And I always tell una, I they talk am back today. Una hold up yonder. Una know how these drugs they go inside Sierra Leone. Una know Uda involved. Una call them to meeting, let that stop. Una call them to meeting. Uda don't make money by killing people, picking them. They do so. Una take that money, una clean them, una begin buy other things they export. Things then they can buy and sell legally and export. If you want, I export, come Dubai, go China, buy clean goods, go sell. If people learn they for buy them, go buy. If they're not, they well. Now you have for suffer because you money the fashion. But let it end now. The airport, custom, ports authority, the borders, the one that would work there. The heads of all the departments, and they will ask them, that is the end. They know. And now na family. I don't want to make it personal. I don't want to make it personal. I'm not here to preach hate or to preach personal issues. My concern here is about Sierra Leone. Now we end the pettiness and make we country let it rise. Sierra Leone can rise if we are ready to make it rise. We get all the potentials, we get all the resources. What do we need now for build a new mentality? They'll be open and tolerant with each other. We cannot continue to be doing the same things, expecting different outcome. That's the definition of insanity. And the other thing, I want Leone to ask people that were concerned with the brain, specialists that were concerned with the brain, that they advise Sierra Leone. Sierra Leoneans are using too much of the right part of their brains. They'll be use the left. The right part, now they get all the emotions and waiting. Sierra Leoneans are too emotional for their comfort. They'll be use the left side. The left side, now the logic and reasoning there. Certain things say yes, now bad thing, it will happen. Evil get for happen. Good get for happen. It get for tranga. It get for sweet. We cannot continue to dwell on these things. If Timby don't tranga, find a way for make them less stronger. Don't dwell on it. If somebody will offend you, he hurt you, find a way to let go. Don't dwell on it. And then they don't kill we go can't kill them. That's how they come back, they go kill you. So the cycle they go round and round. That's what has held us for years. We are not perfect beings. We make mistakes. Some, yes, are willful. So the law therefore come in for take action, let them willful acts stop. But those that are not willful, that just let go. Stop using the right part of your brain that is so emotional when I begin use the logical part. If God been say all the nonsense what they do, he go use the right part of his existence, the emotional side, to act with we. Like this world don't cease for exist. But he gave us free will. Yes, on our religious books then tell you that say God give you free will. If we take bad, you go see the results. If we take good, you go see the results. So if person offend you, let go. Anyhow we be, he go pay for that offense. This is how natural nature is. If somebody offend you, it go to it come back to him. If somebody do you good, whether you do am good, whether you show gratitude, whether you curse am, whether you fet am, it go to that thing they come back to the person say, "You don't do good. Take this." That's how natural nature is. So, and we cease to be over or hyper emotional because all these cause and effects, all this so-called blogging and talking where they preach hate, all this change culture na the way they go sit on at the radio and television station, they talk rotorata and hate. And because they use more of the right part of our brain. Una block that part small and begin look say, if now maybe they do this to person, if they react the way they react, I go feel. Be logical. Julius Matter got power. He came, God knows who offended him because as far as I know, and I dey talk as somebody where as a small bikini attend the independence ceremony of Sierra Leone. Up to the time when they came with MPRC, up to the time where they left Sierra Leone 1998, I don't know anybody who personally offend Julius Matter. All the people the way they work with, I don't know anybody who offend them personally. As a matter of fact, most of them benefited from the little way the society being there for offer at that time. They went to school, they had 3 meals a day, some went to university, they had 3 meals, they had a place to sleep, their books were paid for, etc., etc. So where is this grudge coming from? And the APC, the same thing. Rather than then sit down, then do a thing for do, then they build grudge syndromes around everything. Now everybody getting blogger with a cause and vet for them. Let God save Sierra Leone. Let God save Sierra Leone. Because the very people will for take the bull by the horn say, let we make this place united. Let we work for everybody. Let we do everything for everybody. Now they well. It's shameful. It's shameful, it's disgusting, etc., etc. We get for try, myself. We get for try. I know social they talk and not interesting to a lot of people. If I become sit down now, they cause any of them people the way when I feel say now the enemy, like all the Jamaican. But I want you to know that the world we live in is changing. And as you're in the gun, it's changing. Old ways are giving way to new ways. Old systems are giving way to new systems. It's going to take a longer time in Africa. Let's go show now. It will take a longer time to make that change impact Africa because the African is still colonized, mentally colonized. To make Africa able to understand some of the dynamics where they happen at the world, first and foremost, we need for mentally decolonize. To get a new understanding of the things that we believe in, especially the education we believe in and the religion that we believe in. They are not wrong. They are not wrong. Don't get me wrong. The religion is not wrong. But the way it was interpreted was done with the purpose of colonizing your minds. Find out the truth. Then you will see the power of religion working. Today, in fact, they also colonize people them now that people willingly, they keep themselves in poverty, then they go every day, go dance and serve, they give money. They little load them for build up themselves, then they go give away. That's colonialism. Colonialism, not to pass the cow to gun. Colonialism, if you able to influence the person the way they think, you don't colonize them. The education wouldn't give we, they make you believe all we think on what other side. And that's not only for European education, even Arabic education. People who are well educated in the Arabic system and believe all we think come from Arabia. They see them as the glorified people. Those of us who have European education, everything European is glorified. Africa need for decolonize from them things then they. Education, religion is in every culture. Technology is in every culture. That's how they make the rope bridge with thick time over the river. People and they work at it, then they repair them. Now the same technology they use for make Manhattan Bridge, when a suspension bridge. Now the same technology they use for make the bridge in California. Now the same technology then they use for make suspension bridges in Norway. Life is about beliefs and perceptions. We need for open up in Africa. We need for go back to we roots, go back to our culture. Try to understand the resources for cultures then get for offer we. Africa has a lot of potential. Africa now the bread basket of the world, if you don't know. The Chinese are coming, Europeans come, Russians come. Why is it that we know they can other man country for come mind? Because we stupid. There was nothing to offer in Africa. These guys wouldn't go there. No business with you. All the niceties wouldn't they make to we. MCC they give money for electricity. China they can build this. Thing in Africa they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't have time for that. That's a sympathy then they can't show you. Colonize and they colonize we. Because we want to get everything free. It's time we wake up from that slumber. It's time we begin to ask, what can we do? How can we do it? But before we're able to do that, we have to put aside the pettiness way they don't use for colonize me, because they not only colonize with minds, then tell we say we different. That's how they say that Kebua this year. Without they say one Impiari, they think they are different. They are not. They only speak in different languages. And you are the way educated within a public office, wait for preaching here. Then they continue for preaching that hate. Because they want to be there to misuse and abuse the society. Your days are coming to an end. Technology will bring the end. Whether I like it or not, when I begin to colonize, when I begin try for work together, when I begin hold on ourselves together, and trying to work together should not involve intrigues and dishonesty. Because the biggest problem we'll get in Africa is intellectual dishonesty. When I say intellectual dishonesty, it's not about somebody being educated in Western or Arabic language, but it's dishonest. It's about you not thinking straight because you want to get the best advantage. I mean by intellectual dishonesty. Dama no ever go school can be intellectually dishonest in the sense that the way they think now for crooking company, not for work with them. That's the simplest definition I go give now for intellectual dishonesty. It's not about going to Western school or Arabic school. It's about how you use your intellect, the purpose, the intent. Are you using it to make everything work for the common good, or are you using it for your own personal gain? And when we look at Sierra Leone, if we go back in history, from the time when start trade wars along the routes them for control the trade routes, because people then break out goods towards the Freetown port. That's a name Freetown it. Up to the time where people learn, then come out, they go catch their own brother and sister their inland, can sell them as slave. All them periods and they are periods of intellectual dishonesty. And intellectual dishonesty don't be part of we culture. Anything in a habit, we want to practice them through several generations. It automatically becomes a culture. The culture of dishonesty and mistrust. Now we get for fair solution to. I do for pay attention. I do for look and say, okay, let bygones be bygones. From now on, let us try to establish standards. I always they tell Una say, Una can get the best set of laws in the country. But if standards are not established, we're going to ensure say nobody know they bypass or misuse the law. Then the laws are just mere words on paper. And that's what we have in Sierra Leone. Look at Sierra Leone, all the laws. We get some of the best laws where any country can get. It's constitution owner the all about. Gonna look around, go Guinea, go Liberia, go other countries. Look at the constitution. It is a Sierra Leone constitution better pass there. But why is it that we forget problem with them? Because we're intellectually dishonest. We get problems because we not try for established standards, say, Aleka be president, that man be beggar. We all forget the same rights. We forget the same level of access to resources. These ethical and moral standards will not be established. To law, na compliance, na na social contract, una they agree. If una say mortal man not for take people picking, rape them, let it be. When somebody do, and that's when the law comes in. But when people understand, say, somebody where they below 18, not for go around them, it's established as a standard. Then the law on rape, it's possible. person crazy use them, he go against them. But otherwise, things will work. If you the parent, not a come home, you crazy one. If you the parent, not a send you pikin for go friend call girlfriend or boyfriend, then the pikin they grow for no say, this is a standard I should not adopt. There are lots to do. There's a lot to do in Sierra. God help we, Lord begin think on how to do them. Because one thing about Sierra Leone, anything way for make the country go before. The minute una start them, una they put nonsense they wanna call politics. Sierra Leoneans, politics cannot save you because una know they practice politics. That's what una call politics now. Hate and division to politics. It's time we wake up. It's time we understand that nobody can make Sierra Leone except we ready for making. And this no means say we get for scrap APC or scrap SLP because you for them now waste of time. A waste of time. So the name of the parties then wrong. Now we attitudes, now we beliefs, now we understanding of life. And it's so ingrained in we that we're all dishonest. We therefore accept that first. I make a say intellectual dishonesty is not about going to school. It's about a contract, a social contract. So no say, not for do this to the other man because I not let them do unto me. That's where intellectual honesty begins. Abiding by the golden rule. Do unto others as you want done unto you. That has nothing to do with religion. Do unto others as you want done unto you. That's the best way for maintain intellectual honesty. It not mean say we will be perfect. But at least if we get them at the back of our mind, say, I know let it hurt me, let not hurt somebody. Then things go move. Trust go build. When trust, the people then go begin feel free and more relaxed for deal with each other. When some of us were growing up, we had little or nothing to fear. The society where we grew up as a small boy, up to the Tewadon secondary school, we had little or nothing to fear. We dey work at any time of the night, we not get nothing for afraid. We dey go inside, we eat, we not get nothing for afraid. But today, even inside yours, you water and your food, you get for be careful. Hey boy, whose kind deterioration that? What's in done wrong with we na Sierra Leone? What's in really done wrong with we? We not for trust we self no more. Why? Why? We have to try. We have to try. Otherwise, if we continue on this path, in the next 10, 15, 20 years, there'll be no Sierra Leone to inherit. There'll be no Sierra Leone because una systematically they kill the people then of the country. If they don't die by drugs, they're going to die by frustration and hunger. And if there are no people, there is no country. Or maybe some of you are getting paid to kill everybody so that some foreign power can take over. But what you not get for no? If that's the game plan, then you are a loser. Because when you don't kill all your family, where foreign power can take over, they kill you. That's the end of it. So get for try. Sierra Leoneans need to wake up. Waking up no means say we for take gun and cutlass go fight. No. That we face reality. That we therefore use too much of the right brain when at the emotional side. Now we use the left brain when at the rational side. We need to do that for the sake of posterity. Today, I'm not going to spend much time because I'm a little bit tired. Been working hard throughout the week. I had several projects them. Where they try for finish up and they involve a lot of work. So I'm not going to spend much time today. By some, you say there is some part of Nigeria where they speak a language that is close to Temne. I would not argue that because languages then spread all over West Africa. And as far as I know, most of them languages here, either people that migrate out or they migrate in, then come together and get what is. But what I know is like Lake Victoria area in Tanzania and Kenya, the language with that dialect of Luo, then they talk a very, very much similar to Kisi. I also know that the crew, now people live in there all along the coast of West Africa, as far south as Nigeria. In fact, some people they claim say Kwame Nkrumah has connections with the crew. That's why he has the name Nkrumah. I'm not going to say that's true. I'm not going to say no to so it be a need for find out more. I know say the crews then they all over the coastal area. The bagger, I know say then they all over the coastal area of Sierra Leone up to Guinea-Bissau. And even up to southern Senegal, Casamance. But today, then people and the language seem for the die out. The Vai, the Galines, the language seem for the die out. There is a lot of metamorphosis where they take place. So I not go deny say we not get because we get people them in Nigeria, we go with that Malinke name Kanu. There are Kanus in Nigeria. And Kanu originate from Senegambia. The Igbos, when they talk, the language gets a lot of similarities with certain aspects of Mende. So this is a whole discipline where the Africans for pay attention to. We need for do the research here that we find that there is a missing link. There is a missing link somewhere. It will take we time for find out. But if we find this missing link, it will help we because when the people know how much they are related or how much they are connected, then they build more trust between each other. So now thank you. We go meet on Monday. Do you allow go rest me old bone, yeah? I'll not die because of Sierra Leone. And I thank you for listening. We go meet on Monday.
We pledge love and loyalty to we country salute. Now here we there, now here we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salute. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they bye. We they are, we just a try. This year don't come up and dry eye. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they bye. We they are, we just a try. But this year don't come up and dry eye. We pledge we love and loyalty to we country salute. Now here we there, now here we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. we salute. This we land we love. We not for make and fall. We like we salute. This we land we love. We not for make and fall. We like we salute.
Country, for the wreck the country. It's a witch. For the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. I guess a carpets, Gaman Keraka, Gaman Koneka, Gaman Keraka, Chamucham, Gaman Monica, Kai Bomb, Gaman Koneka, for the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. It's a witch. For the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. It's a witch. And they go and big back. Shim, the people that they gen. Then I go shim. They make me put the chicken in the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. And the future, forgive them best scripture. They make me put the chicken in the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. Don't forgive them best scripture.
I hear the love and loyalty. To the country salute, my healthy day, my happy born. We sweet salute, we not for make this country fall. Mama salute, we let we salute, but this we land we love. We not for make and fall. We let we salute,
we let we salute. As in a place like home, I like it, I can touch them, I like it, I can fight them.
What happens when truth becomes a tool, not a right? In Sierra Leone, confusion isn't just chaos, it's strategy. When leaders deny what you live, gaslight your reality, and rewrite the past, who really holds the power? Tonight on Truth Unmasked, we expose the tactics, we name the games, we decode the lies. Don't just believe what they tell you. Ask why they want you to believe.